Hey guys, it's Yvette and I'm coming back with a whole set of videos. If you see me in this outfit, you probably may have seen it in my previous video. As I said in those videos, I am going to try to start filming again and just kind of go in a different direction. I am going to be making some fried rice today. I'm not a chef. I just like cooking and I want to share what I know just in case any of you are looking for meal ideas or kind of just some inspiration. Hopefully you can find it in this video. This is the base of the ingredients that I'm going to be using. Here I've got some soy sauce. I actually had cut up these squashes. They are mostly Mexican squashes that I got at the farmer's market a week or so back, and some I got on Sunday as well. They're already cut up, thank Jesus. I am also going to be salvaging what I can of these poor little green onions. I have some celery that is getting pretty limp, but I'm going to use it. Hopefully it turns out okay. I do have some leftover white mushrooms that I used in a recipe a couple days ago. I've got some carrots that I need to peel up. I will be making some scrambled eggs to mix in that that fried rice. Some small white onions. And I just cracked my egg, which is lovely. I have these garlics here that I'm going to be using, just one of them. And this is making me concerned, so let me go ahead and get started. Start off by trying to save this poor little egg. Here it goes, there's one, there's two. Because I don't want to make too much. Tomorrow is actually Thanksgiving, so pretty sure I'm going to be full that day and I'm not going to need to have a leftover meal. I should probably have gotten myself more prepared, but here we are. Got my whisk here. Just going to whisk these eggs and get them going. I have this little probiotic drink that I bought at an Asian market. It's not too bad. Is it my favorite? No, but am I going to drink it because I spent money? Yeah. I'm not going to use this whole head of garlic, of course. I'm just going to use a few of those, but might as well peel some of this. Hopefully the volume's good. I'm trying to talk loud. I don't have a mic. I bought a mic a couple years ago, but that mic was pretty bad because I spent like 20-25 bucks on it. You know of one that's a relatively good price? Let me know. You know what would suck if I filmed this whole thing and it ended up being lost. So my husband's gonna be coming home late. He's working a little bit of overtime tonight to try to get in a little more income, which is great. I am not opposed to that. I'm really thankful that I've got a hardworking man. But I figured this will be what I do to kind of keep entertained, use this as a side hobby to kind of keep myself busy. He likes to play soccer a lot. So he likes to go play, and I usually beg him to stay because I want to be with him and I want to spend a little bit of time that I have with him, but I know it's really important that he gets out and does that. So this will be a good way for me to have my little hobby. For those of you that don't know, I have been married for about a year and a couple months now. As with any new marriage, there's a little bit of a learning curve, learning what each other likes, but I am glad to say that him and I communicate pretty well. He is a man of very few words, but it's okay. I do enough talking for the both of us. So before I use those fresh green onions, I'm going to try to salvage what I can of these onions because, you know, hello, money spent. And I don't know how much green onion I'm going to use in this dish, but I figure I might as well just clean them up while I'm here now. I'm going to finish peeling these and then I will come on back. There's actually plenty of good green onion here that I can use, so I'm going to put these away and then throw away these scraps already because they're starting to look rough. So I was going to use this onion, one of the two small onions, but as I'm like peeling it, it smells really disgusting, so I'm thinking it's actually rotten. So I'd rather not go with that. I do not like throwing away food, but when it doesn't smell good, I'd rather just not take my chances. So I'm gonna get my cutting board and get these ingredients washed and started. So here is my cutting board and my little knife. It's a matching set that a coworker of mine got for me as like a wedding present. Thank you so much, Abby. Started by chopping up the onion. Again, I am not a chef, so don't come for me. I know I'm gonna make some of you panic with the way that I'm cutting, but I think it's okay. I think we can all live. Goodness, my eyes are already watering, which makes me think that these onions may have been a little more ready than I might have personally liked. I'm gonna get a small bowl for this stuff. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get that. And you know what I should have done? I saw a hack once when I was watching a YouTuber cook a video. I don't follow the person, so I don't remember who it was, but she was doing a slow cooker video, and I was like so impressed because she just put a bag, like a regular shopping bag, underneath her cutting board, and she would just scoop all the trash. And I thought, boy, that is genius, and I have yet to apply it. Let's get some of this green onion stuff happening. So as you can see, I'm pretty much almost done actually. My mom ended up calling me, so I ended up talking with her while cutting up some vegetables. Really all that's left is cutting up these mushrooms. Obviously I'm going to wash them first, so no worries. These are the veggies so far. There's some carrots, onions, celery, squash, garlic, green onions, so a little bit of a variety. It doesn't look all that yummy, but it's gonna go in the same place, so it doesn't always have to look so beautiful. It just needs to taste good. This is all the veggies. And yeah, now we're gonna move on. So this is as good of a shot as I can get because I am charging the iPad, so hopefully you can hear me and hopefully you can see what's happening. I'll try to kind of give this sort of an angle. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the heat into about 6, kind of medium-high heat. I'm gonna bring over all the stuff that I'm going to be using now. I'm gonna first start off by scrambling those eggs. I'm going to actually use this plate that I used to throw out the scraps. I'm gonna put a napkin or 2 on top of it to soak up the eggs. Well, there's like some room in the kitchen here, but there's also, I have a lot of stuff is the problem. The way that I'm testing it is just putting my hand over the pan to see if I feel any heat from it. So while we're waiting for that, this is some rice that I've cooked. I think this will be a pretty good portion for today's meal. This is a great meal to make if you have leftover rice from a meal and you want to just kind of switch it up, make it something different, make it something new and yummy. Some extra virgin olive oil here. I'm going to put it on the pan. It's still not super hot yet, but I'm going to get it going anyway. I have another plate underneath here that I'll go ahead and use. It's pretty clean, as you can see. I am going to start the veggies by having the most harder veggies kind of cook first. So I'm just separating out the mushrooms and stuff to put in the garlic and the onions and carrots, as well as the celery in there to get them going. Well, based on this angle, you can't really tell that there's oil in there, but there is. Look, if you kind of swish it around, the oil's this pan is definitely hot now. So I think I'll go ahead and put those eggs on there. Yeah, it's hot. I can feel some heat. I'm gonna put the eggs on there, just kind of whisk them in there. It's only 2 eggs that I use, by the way. Wooden spatula. I don't know if you can tell from that far back. It's already getting pretty cooked through. There's definitely a good amount of oil in this, so it will be very good for it to kind of soak up on that plate there. So it didn't take all that long to cook them. Here it is. They're pretty much almost done, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and toss them on here. Not be giving you such a great angle, but I'm trying. Hopefully you're seeing that. Because I am a lazy girl, I am going to use the same pot to cook everything else. It doesn't matter that there's going to be a little bit of egg scraps in there because regardless, you're going to mix the egg back in. So I'm putting a little more olive oil on the skillet here and letting that get a little bit warm. And I'm going to give it a few seconds. I'm going to move the oil around the pan. And then I'll go ahead and throw these veggies in there to get them starting to sweat. Good stuff here. Scooping as much as I can out of this. Getting all that veggie goodness in my life. Already starting to smell so fragrant. So it's wonderful. You eyeball it. If you notice that it needs a little more oil, you go ahead and add some. For right now, I don't want too much oil in this fried rice, so I'm gonna leave it be and let these sweat for a little. While that's sweating, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of scrape the sides of this pot because the rice is gonna be a little hard. You can also make fresh rice, but I mean, if you made too much rice one night, why throw it away? Just save it and you can use it for fried rice. Stir it occasionally so nothing burns. Just caramelizes, get us a little bit sweaty, and since we're using white onions, you should notice I'm getting a little bit translucent as well as the celery just getting a little bit brighter. I really hope you can see them. I know the angle's not great. Ideally, I'd have the camera a little bit closer, but because we're charging, we're gonna do the best we can. It's been 2 years, y'all. I'm rusty, okay? So it's looking pretty good. I think what I'm gonna do now is add on those other veggies and get them going. I think what I'm going to do now to infuse a little bit of flavor into the veggies themselves is I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of the soy sauce in there. And when I say a little, I mean a moderate size. There we go. And then you just stir. So these veggies have been sweating for a little bit. I am actually going to add all the cooked ingredients now. I'm going to add the rice. There we go. I'm going to add a little more oil because it's definitely going to need it now. Just a little. So I'm just breaking up the rice as we go. And eventually I'm going to add the soy sauce. But first I want to break up these large chunks of rice. It's going to be a little messy, okay? There's already some little grains of rice coming out of the pan, but that's okay. It's a messy meal, y'all. It's a messy meal. I'm going to add the eggs. And I hope you saw that. And I am also going to add the chicken. This is already pre-cooked chicken. That's a day or two old. But no worries, it's all good, guys. Don't worry. The chicken already had mushrooms and squash in it. So we're just going to have a lot of squash and mushrooms. I guess now I'm going to go ahead and add the soy sauce. So as you can see, I'm just kind of eyeballing it. There's no exact measurements here. That's not exactly how I cook. I do follow recipes every now and again, but when I'm cooking from just previous things I've cooked before or things I've learned, I just kind of eyeball things. The basic trick is to put enough soy sauce to where you see no more white pieces of rice. It should start turning a little bit brown. The one thing I will say about this recipe is that it definitely makes your hands tired. Or rather your arms, because you're like working it out. If my husband was here, I'd have him help me, but since he's not, I'm gonna do it like a big girl all by myself. This is also a good meal if you have a little bit of soy sauce, some veggies in the fridge, all that stuff, you know, kind of combine it to make a meal. I am a big proponent of trying to use what you have, use it up rather. I'm not perfect, but I try. Really, this doesn't need any other seasoning aside from soy sauce because the soy sauce is what gives it its flavor. I did turn up the heat a little bit to try to soak up some of that liquid, but we shall see. With that being said, though, if you're going to turn up the heat, be sure to stir this so that it doesn't burn. This is a nice and yummy chicken fried rice, but if you wanted to make it vegetarian or even vegan, all you would have to do would be to omit ingredients like the chicken and the eggs. I'm pretty sure all of the other ingredients are vegan, but if I'm wrong, please do go ahead and correct me. I'm not sure if there's anything in soy sauce that makes it not vegan friendly, but I'm pretty sure it's good. So it's about done. Mine isn't going to get much drier than this, but it's fine because, like I said, it's got a lot of wet ingredients. It's going to be good regardless. Lower the heat. Just kind of keep it on warm. A low 1 or 2. This is the chicken and rice. the fried rice. As I'm editing this, I realized I didn't film an outro. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. The dinner turned out really great. I hope that you will consider subscribing and maybe adding this recipe to your roundup.